So here we're representing 3 total people that will be receiving this 1/3 part of a pan of brownies. Okay, so that is problem 2. Let's go over to problem 3. Again, Avery has 1/4 of a pan of brownies to share with 3 friends. What fraction of the pan of brownies will each person receive? All right, so what does Avery have? Avery has 1/4 of a pan of brownies. And how is it being shared? He's going to share with himself and 3 friends. What fraction of the pan of brownies will each person receive? Each person will receive blank of the pan of brownies. Write an equation that represents what is being shared. And here's our question there. So the equation then would be my total, my dividend. So I have 1/4 divided by 3 friends plus himself equals 4 people equals my quotient. Draw my model. And so my model is going to be, I'm going to represent it with 1 whole fraction. That's my benchmark. I'm going to only use 1/4. So remember, my 4 tells me the total number of parts in my whole, so I have, and I'm only going to use this one right here. Because it tells me 1/4 and 1/4. So I hope this helps out a little bit better. Now I need to take it and share it with 4 people. So I'm going to 1. So there's my 4 equal parts. Now again, this is the only one that I'm using. So if this represents 1/4, now I sliced it up and I have this one. Well, each one has 4 parts in it. So take a look at this. I have 4, that would be 4, that would be 4, that would be 4. How many total equal parts then do I have? That's right, 4 times 4 is 16. So each one is going to be valued at 1/16 of a fraction. So each person will receive 1/16 of the pan of brownies. And then to fill it down here, how much for one person? Each person will receive 1/16 of the pan of brownies. Okay, very good. So, and you can continue if you're not sure and you still knowing that you have to just continue on because it's the very end, because you have to take that whole, include the whole part. And if that helps you, you can do that. So whichever is going to work best for you to understand that you're taking a fractional part and you're going to share that fraction with people. All right, let's take a look at problem number 4, our final problem tonight. And it has, Piper has 1/5 of a pan of brownies left to share with her friend. Okay, with her friend. What fraction of the pan of brownies will each person receive? Okay, so what does Piper have? Piper has 1/5 of a pan of brownies. And she's going to share with one friend and herself. My equation will then be each person will receive blank pan of the brownies. Okay, write a division problem or a sentence. I know that she has 1/5 only, and we're going to share that with two people, her friend and Piper. Okay, so now based on her solution to problems 1 through 3, how much do you expect each person to receive? Okay, I'm going to expect, yeah, absolutely, 1/10 of a portion. 1/10 of the pan of brownies each. Because if I had 1/5 and I needed to split that 1/5 in half, then I will end up having a total of 1/10 that would equate. So each one would receive 1/10. Draw a model. Here's my one whole. I know that there's 5 parts to a whole. Let me just draw another fraction here. 1, 2. Okay, so this is 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, and 1/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that 5 over 5 is equal to 1 whole. Alright, and I'm only going to be using this 1/5, but I had to, if I'm going to cut out one of the fifths, I need to cut all of the fifths. So that it's only 2 people. If I slice my 1/5 in half, I know it's going to give me 1/10 of it. So here, slice that one, slice this one, and slice this one. So that's 2. I have 2 parts, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Gives me a total of 10 parts. 10 over 10, which will equal 1 whole as well. Okay, so now each person, so this would be Piper, and then this would be Piper's friend. I'm drawing an arrow, that would be Piper, and then Piper's friend. How much for one person? Each person will receive I before E except before C. 1/10 of the pan of brownies. Okay? Alright, and now we had this here, and I was showing you this in class before you were leaving. We did this one together, problem number 1. So let's look at problem number 2. Okay, we said that our problem was going to be 1/3, that's the dividend. It's the total number that I have. My divisor is 3, and my answer is 1/9. So again, what do you notice? If it starts with a fraction, it's going to end in a fraction. And then somebody in class was saying, sorry about that, if it starts with a fraction, it's going to end in a fraction. And they were saying, oh, but look at this. If I had my 1 across and 2 times 4 is 8, that's my 9. My 1's on top because it starts with a fraction. If it starts with a fraction, it will end with a fraction. Okay? Problem number 3. Problem number 3 has, we started off with 1/4 divided by 4. So my dividend is 1/4. My divisor is 4. And my answer was, that's right, 1/16 right here. Okay? And then problem number 4. We started off with 1/5 divided by 2. I'm placing my 1/5 here. And my divisor is 2. And you said that was going to be equal to 1/10. So I want you to answer these questions tonight. How does the quotient compare to each dividend? Quotient being the answer, dividend being the total number of parts, equal parts. And then explain why it makes sense that the quotient is less than the dividend. So it went smaller. Look at that. You went from 1/2 to 1/8, 1/3 to 1/9, 1/4 to 1/16, 1/5 to 1/10. The larger the denominator, the smaller the fraction, because then you have that many more parts to put in between 0 and 1. So, all right, this is it for this evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.